Hi, welcome to my bedroom. I'm back. I thought I'd make a video because I always make videos on my YouTube channel when I'm depressed and crying and just kind of ranting or venting about life, and I feel like I should have some kind of repellent or opposite thing where I'm not always sad and depressed and kind of give advice as well on this channel, as well as showing like, oh my god, I'm depressed. Maybe I should show like I'm not always this depressed being that's crying all the time and confused in life, but I'm also good. I'm also doing great. So yeah, I thought we'd do a little pillow talk video where we chill in my room like sisters, and we just talk about like our boys and like our lives and what's going on. And I'm joking. I kind of wanted to give myself some advice and give you guys me, because I mean, we watch just my videos, but give me some advice that I've learnt so far in 2020. I think I've kind of realized that whenever I have a piece of advice, I should just film it and tell people on YouTube, and hopefully someone will come across this and it really helps them. So this is just me giving you some advice for me and for you, because I think you need it. I think we are so hard on ourselves as people. We are our worst critics, and I don't think other people understand how much you are your own critic to yourself. I think people know that they're hard on themselves, and they don't realize that everyone is hard on themselves. For the most part, everyone is hard on themselves when it comes to sitting alone in their room in their thoughts and berating themselves and telling themselves they're a bad person or they're horrible or whatever. I think we're the worst at it ourselves, and if people add on to that, that's 10 times worse. But you are not a bad person if you've done a bad thing. I think we live in a society that perpetuates, like I've made a video before that I haven't watched in years, cutting people off as soon as they make a mistake or as soon as they don't coincide the narrative that you've written for them as a person. And they often use the excuse, I've never seen this side of you. Who are you? What are you doing? And it's like, what, you've never seen this side of me? As if you're supposed to be a one-sided person. And I'm not saying be two-faced. Don't misquote me. I'm saying no one's a one-sided person. No one is just one version of themselves with everyone. The whole point of getting close to people and getting to know people and having different people in your lives is that you are a different version of yourself with those people. You're a different version of yourself when you're with your mum than when you're with your cousin or when you're with your friend. And it doesn't mean that you're another person and you're a liar because you're not the same person you are with your mum. Or you're not the same person you are with one friend to the other friend, or one group of friends with another group of friends. It doesn't mean you're a liar and you're being fake. We just have different sides of ourselves because we're not a one-sided person. The whole point of life and people is that we are a duality. We're more than one. We have more than one emotion. We have more than one feeling at a time. And people bring different sides of you out. You bring different sides of yourself out to you. And I think people get really stuck on the narrative that you should be one version of yourself and one side of yourself. And if they do see another side, if they see you upset, or if they see you angry, or if they see you depressed, it kind of can scare them away and push them away and make them perpetuate a narrative of, I never knew you, I don't know you, because they've seen a side of you that they don't like. And it's just ridiculous. Because I think if you're like me and are very into knowing people and all the sides of them, it's a strange world that we live in, that people will run away the first sight they see, the first time they see something they don't like. But they do. And it doesn't make you a bad person for it. You're not a bad person because someone doesn't like you, or because you've done a bad thing, or because you've said something out of anger, or because you've done something that you regret now. You're not a bad person. So stop beating yourself up for it. I think you forget how young you are. And you forget that you are still learning. And I think the fact that you've typed in and think that you're a bad person to even watch this video shows that you're not. Because a lot of the time bad people don't think they're bad people. And if you think you're a bad person, I don't think you are. Because you're acknowledging that you've done something bad, and maybe you feel guilty about it. Or maybe you feel sad about it or shame about it. And ask yourself, is it hindsight that brings you that feeling, knowing that maybe I should have done something different? I think it's hard to accept that we can't change the past. And I think it's hard to accept that sometimes the past is good for us. Sometimes doing that wrong thing or that bad thing is good because it's worth the lesson it teaches. It's worth what you've learned from it. No matter the pain that came from it, it catalyzed some kind of change in you. And that might be a good thing in the long run. And sometimes it takes a while for you to realize that, because you're dwelling on maybe the loss of a friend or the end of a relationship or something that you loved or enjoyed going away. And now you think that you are less because of it. Because something has been taken away, how could that be beneficial? It's not true. I think growing up, I really relied on external sources as fuels of joy. So I really relied on other people and their opinions on me and friendships and external elements to fuel me as a person and make me feel worthy and good. And you can't rely on other people because you have to trust in yourself and believe in yourself as a person. Hindsight is amazing because it shows all the different ways you could have handled a situation. But it also shows that we don't trust ourselves, and that's something that I think we all have to try and practice doing. Trusting in yourself, and trusting in yourself in the moment that you made the best decision or the decision that felt right at the time. And yes, we have hindsight to tell us that wasn't a good decision, but at the time, even if we said, you know what, I shouldn't say this because it will get me in trouble, or I shouldn't do this because I will get in trouble, and you do it, you felt like you had to do it at the time. So there's no point sitting there regretting it or beating yourself up about it, because what good does that do? Besides make you feel like a shitball. Understand that you've done what you've done and that's in the past, and you've learnt from it. Or you've not learnt from it, or whatever the case is for you. But I think if you're sitting here with me in my room, chilling, as sisters do, you have learnt from it. And you're not a bad person because of it. It's very easy for people and other people's narratives of you to bring you down and make you believe that you are what they think, that you are their opinion. But the only opinion that matters is yourself. And you can change yourself at any time if you don't like the version or person that you are. And sometimes it's hard and you want the other people back in your life, or you want the people that you've hurt to know that you're sorry, or you want the people that have hurt you to say that they're sorry, and sometimes that's not something you can count on. I've become very the universe, and I do believe that everything does happen for a reason, and everything does happen to get you to where you need to be, or where you should be, or push you to where you want to be. And use these lessons and these life lessons to learn and grow. Okay? Tell yourself you're not a bad person, because you know what? You're fucking not. You're not. Everyone makes mistakes, and I think it takes a real big person to forgive those mistakes. And other people won't forgive you. They don't have the time. The only person that really matters, and the only person that really needs to forgive you, is yourself. I hope this video helped someone. Life has been really good at the moment. I know that all my other videos are probably me crying and never saying when life is good. So, update, life is good. I think I'm finally coming to terms with who I am and slowly starting to love myself, which was a process. If you knew me 5 years ago, if you knew me how many years ago, loving myself was something that was foreign. I really did seek and want love from external relationships, from my friendships, from other people. And when that love was taken away, I thought I wasn't lovable, or that I'm not a good person, because God forbid you say something that someone disagrees with and you get upset or you get angry. People are very scared. People are very flaky. And that's okay. You shouldn't force people to be in your life that don't want to be in your life. But it doesn't make you a bad person. 9 times out of 10, it's a reflection on themselves. How they feel. But yeah, know that I love you, and that you love you, or that you should start loving you. And yeah, there's a video that I never thought I'd be making. Today, random. Thank you for watching. Bye.